What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It is Thursday. It's your host with the most, Mr. What It Go Do Next, Rain Rock Star, Funky Fresh in the Flesh. And today I got something special for you. We're going all the way to the boot. We're going to Louisiana. This next gentleman coming up is not just a CEO. He's not just the artist. He's not just a rapper. He is a survivor. And I want to say, not just a survivor, he's just the epitome of how to hustle, how to build, and where you can go to if you just put the time in. Without further ado, I'm bringing in Black City Hustler CEO. What's good,
Yo,
bro?
what's up? What's up? I'm good. I'm
So,
chilling.
okay, well, let's get right into it.
Yeah.
What part of Louisiana you from?
Oh, we got a population like 6,000.
Say that again, bro. I can hear you. Probably got to move around a little bit. You was freezing up.
Okay, yeah, I said I'm from Tallulah, Louisiana.
Born and raised?
Huh?
I said born and raised.
Oh yeah, I'm here raised here, but I ended up moving to Minnesota. But I came back down here.
You was up there in the Twin Cities, boy. I know leaving that cold area, going down there to Louisiana was a whole trip out thing. How did you adjust to that?
Look, I miss the cold. I'm be honest, but the heat here is just because I'm still not getting. I'm still adapting to the heat here.
Hmm. Man, I'm trying to think, where do I begin? Because usually when you hear Louisiana, you hear Baton Rouge, you hear New Orleans, but Tahula, never heard of. And I'm like, okay, it's usually when you get an area where you never heard of, it's that means something special coming up out of it. And I
Oh
looked up,
yeah, Tallulah up there.
go ahead, bro.
Yeah, Tallulah up there by Mississippi, about 20 minutes, 15 minutes away from Mississippi. It's about population of 4,000 to 6,000 people this way, and there, it's more of a community out there.
All right, we having a technical difficulty. We're gonna get bruh back on here. But until bruh get back, what we gonna do is I'm gonna definitely let y'all know Imperial Radio is still coming, and y'all need to get ready for that. And bruh's back. Everything
Oh
cool.
yeah, my internet service. Look, I'm out in the country, so, so my service out slow out this way.
Ooh, wait. Okay.
But yeah, I'm in the country areas up here by Mississippi.
Okay. So, what's it like growing up down there, or how old was you when you got down to that area?
Um,
How
like I said, I'm from Tallulah, but I've been down. Huh?
I was listening to you.
Oh yeah, I've been down this way probably like since I was like 13, 14. Went to Ohio for a year, came back down here, went to Minnesota about 15. I think I came back down this way probably 2020 14 or something. Yeah, 2014. I've been down here since.
What part of Ohio was you in?
All over Cincinnati, Cleveland, Canton.
Hey, I'm from Dayton, bro. Dayton, Cincinnati, all day.
Oh yeah, but I loved it up there too, for sure, for sure.
Man, listen, I don't like that cold weather. I had to get up out of there. It's too. Yeah, I don't like wintertime. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Don't mess with the
Oh
winter.
yeah.
Even with Minnesota, I go up there. Y'all, it's too cold. It's a beyond winter. It's Canada winter up there. I won't even go up there when it get cold. It's not warm. I'm not going up there. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, look, I miss it though. Yeah, the blizzards and stuff. I like the snow up there where, since being down this way, you rarely get the snow. So when I get the snow, down this way, I appreciate the snow down here. And to lose.
What Do you remember what year and what made you decide? You know what? I want to be an artist. Let's go with that first. What made you want to decide you want to be an artist?
Really, it's always been in me. I mean, I've been rapping since I was 9, but at the same time, I've been just musically inclined my whole life. But probably like 9, I'll say, just because I always wanted to freestyle on tapes and stuff. Because at the time, we used to have tape cassettes, so it was always one of those things where poetry always caught my eye. Because I actually started off as a like writing poems and doing drawing pictures and stuff. That's always been my thing.
Okay. Who was your was it a rapper
Yeah,
that
it's
you
always
looked up to or kind of dug their style or
rappers, of course. At the time, it was always. Hmm? So was it a rapper? Yeah, it was Chris Cross, the Brat. Anything that Jermaine Dupri had did at the time always caught my ear with the beats and stuff. Then from there, being from Louisiana, Master P, of course. So from there, the beats and stuff always caught my attention. So I always try to freestyle at the end of the beats and stuff.
okay. Um, and then transferring into a CEO. When did that come into play, or is that always like a combined, like a combination from jump?
Nah, I started actually being a CEO with my homie A Block in Vegas. Back in what was it 2000 and uh it was in the early 2000s when we made everything BCH official with the Minnesota, and with the the blessings of the homie who was the original founder of BCH. He passed it on to me with the legacy. So from there, I just kind of took on the role as being the CEO and scouting for artists to teach them the game that I know with with the fundamentals of music and stuff.
Okay.
And from there, just kind of learning the business side of everything.
So what's the actual what's the how long has BCH actually been active?
It's been active forever. It originally started from what they call Black City Bangers, and from Black City Bangers, we turned to the Black City Hustler. But it's been, like I said, probably 2007, maybe 2000, probably a little bit earlier, 2007, 2006.
Okay.
And from there, and we turned into a label, and from a label, we started to focus more so on being a brand. That way, I started to understand what's it called, brand recognition and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? That's interesting. You said that because a lot of people don't think further than maybe being a, MC or even a CEO MC. And then you talking about brand. A lot of people don't know
Yeah,
about branding and brand recognition and where else it could take you and how many doors it can actually open.
yeah. There's
Um,
always that one thing I always try to focus on was the brand of everything.
so you trying to stay independent or you trying to be like a major distribution?
I want to focus on being independent as much as possible. Since being a PCA CEO, I always wanted to preach being your own boss, being self-made, independent, and like I say, learning the business. 'Cause I believe everybody got skills to push themselves to be a boss of whatever they're good at.
Facts, 100%. So how many actual artists or how many groups are on the label as we speak?
We got Lady Free, we got Pretty Gang Moolah, we got A Block. Shout out to A Block. We got my homie Trey K. Like I work with a lot of artists. DJ Awakening, my brother T Dub. It's a couple artists. It's a handful of us. But I like I said, I take a lot of artists under my wing as a being a mentor to them. But that's why I say I don't work as a label, but I work as a brand to kind of to teach, like I say, teach the fundamentals to everyone. Well, that like I said, they can be their own boss and learn how to build, a legacy for the family.
I can dig that. Let's talk about the song "Old Tony." One off the top, where does the title "Old Tony" come from, or is there a meaning behind it?
The old Yeah, it's a meaning behind it. The thing is, my actual rap name back when I started rapping officially was Tony Tone Montana, but I shortened it down to Tone, just symbolizing, tone. What tone is? Tone is, to me, is a frequency. Tone just being, anything that has some type of noise to it. And by Scarface being loud and stuff, I wanted to recreate myself as as a boss, a self-made boss, do what he do. However, through the music though, and from there, I started to learn everything, and the song itself, I started to get back into my groove of how I was with the Tony Tone Montana vibe. I'm self-made. I'm running things, and from there, it just comes back with that, and throwing out little subliminal shots out there where it's focused on like I'm still here. Don't forget the old Tony. The Tony's still here. Like I'm a big Marvel fan. Like how he got Wolverine. Old Logan. So when he was in his prime to me, and as old Logan. So the old Tony is back in his prime.
Um, I definitely been checking out your music. You work 3 6 Mafia, uh, man, Blood Raw, Below of Do or Die. How did you end up hooking up with all that? 'Cause
Oh
that's
yeah,
talent with their own situation. How did you hook up with them?
yeah. So basically, we reached out to him, me and the homie A Block, and just letting them know, like, we're fans of him, and we wanted to work with him, and seeing how we can make it happen. And from there, we just, made everything, shake from there, really. And we keep in touch here and there and stuff, and just kind of share music back and forth and things.
I mean, that's definitely what's up because a lot of people don't get that opportunity to work with people in the industry. It kind of sometimes it's hit and miss, sometimes it's the bag, depending on the conversation and everything else. Excuse me. One of the albums I was listening to earlier was "Hustle and Strive" with Breed Hustlers. How did that come up? Or Breed Dollars? I'm sorry. How did that come about? Can you hear me?
Is it a hustle to starve? The track?
Yeah, yeah. How did that whole
Yeah, I can hear you.
situation, album, and everything?
You talking about the hustle to starve track,
Yeah, with
or the
Breed
the hustle boulevard? Oh, the hustle boulevard. Which one?
Hustle and Strive with Reed Dollars. That one.
Oh, basically, it's more so. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. At that time, what was that? So basically, we reached out to him, social media, and from there, he was looking for an artist to work with. So from there, something to track, and he sent it back. Great artist for sure, and like I say, being a fan of him, and from there, he blessed us with with his verse.
Who produced that track? Because when it come on, it just boom, it hits you, and then it goes from there. Who produced that track?
I want to say with that one, it was it was the group name was like $1 Beat Club, I believe.
Okay.
And as far as with engineering the track, I mixed the track out at my old house when I was in the process of moving. And at that time, I was actually going through some things, and from there, I just was speaking my mind.
One of the tracks that definitely caught my attention when, like I said, when I was listening and going through all your music was "Up in Blood." How did that come about?
Oh yeah,
Tell me about that track.
with the Hustler Star.
Not a Up in Blood track.
Oh yeah, that one right there. What it was, I actually switched the beat on there because, like you say, it catches the attention. The original one was on the mixtape, but I wanted to go back and make it put it out correctly and things. But that whole track was, like I say, at that whole time was more when I was going through some depression and stuff. I was really just popping my stuff on it and just kind of trying to keep the legacy of my brother Tay alive. With like he has this rhyme scheme that he always does, and he kind of like tells a story. So it's like I was trying to keep his legacy alive and also speak my mind on being a provider, being a father, being a husband, and just telling it is what it is. I'm willing to die for for the family, for the hustle, to make sure everything get out there.
Okay. Let's talk about Motion Mob. How did that track come about? Because that's not a bad track either. You hear me?
Oh yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah, talking about the Motion Mob track.
You would you say the phone started glitching on me?
And I said, tell me about the Motion Mob track that you did, like how that come about, the video and
Oh,
everything. I had checked that out earlier.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Profit Film shot that one. So basically, with that whole CD, the Hustle Boulevard, I wanted to to challenge myself with actually not cursing as much as I used to do, and like I say, getting back into the old Tony mode where I'm still there, but I want to put some grown up, so that grown feel to it, to where the motion is here. I'm here now, but at the same time, I want to be on my grown man, not popping my stuff with the as much as vanity and things. But at the same time, I wanted to to put something out there for the fans and things, and also just kind of do it in a way to where to motivate people.
Yeah, my bad, bro. That was on me. Can you hear me? V, can you hear me? Can you hear me, bro? V, can you hear me? Is that better? Man, we having technical difficulties, people. You gotta work with me. I appreciate it. I don't know what's going on, but y'all definitely need to check out Black City Hustlers and everything, man. Check out the music and the movement. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, that was a little technical thing. You was talking about the song and everything and being filmed and how you was setting everything up.
Oh yeah,
With,
yeah, with the motion mob.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how much you had caught on it because the phone started glitching again. But basically, we linked up with Profit Films. He work, so I wanted him to help bring the track visuals to life. We shot it in and, just like put something out there for everybody to get influenced by.
okay. Yeah, I seen a couple of videos that he was actually a director for. So I thought he was an in-house director for real.
No, it's somebody who I mess with videos and things. I see him up and coming out of Louisiana. He's from another smaller area called Newarton, Louisiana. So I went to the work with him. Not
Okay.
like I see hunger in them, so I'll link with them.
Mm. That's I mean, I definitely agree and feel like that's the best person to work with. When you got somebody that's hungry and determined and
Yeah,
ready to go, oh man, that's the best one. Ain't no way to stop. None of that. That's straight to the top for real.
yeah, that's factual.
So it's 2025. How did the year start off for Black City Hustlers? How did the year start off for y'all? And what is the goal for this year?
It started off smooth. Like I like the direction we're going in. The direction is kind of like put as out as possible. That's kind of the mission for this year. Put out the mission, put out the visuals, and also get involved into investing into land and things of that nature, and trying to, like I said, make the brand expand more with something like I say generational wealth. I want to build something bigger with the music and things. Cause I shoot videos myself. I took a break from it, focus on like I said, to do the music and do graphic design, and just trying to establish legacy for everything that we got planned for the family.
Okay. Any tours coming up or anything in that nature?
Not yet. I thought about doing shows, but I really gotta get the time for it because I'm a stay at home dad. Besides doing the music and things and stuff, so I just got to make time on that. But we have some more artists that possibly actually doing local shows out in Monroe, Louisiana, some in New Orleans. But I want to sit down with a couple of the squad members and talk about he's doing something locally, maybe if they want to. Because me, like I said, I have to make time for sure, for sure.
Okay. Um, do me a favor. Let everybody know that's listening and watching where to start following you, the movement, Black City Hustlers, all the artists, and if you got merch, where to get merch at and everything.
Okay, so from as far as with the merch, we're probably gonna end up relaunching the Hustler Star of clothing material, the brand. I want to bring back the original BCH badge on the shirt for the OG members, the gold era. We're gonna probably end up dropping a website, wearebch.com soon again. As far as them with the artists, you can find them on Black City Hustler Records on Instagram. You can check out Lady Free on YouTube. You can check out DJ Awakening on YouTube. My brother T Dub, you can find him on the Black City Hustler page since like we try to keep everything within the brand on Black Sea Hustle, so it's easy to maneuver. Pretty Gang Movie, she out in Florida. Her music we put out there, but she also has a social media page. You can check her out. Everybody else, like I say, it's gonna be in a rotation on the Black Sea Hustle Records page for sure.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely what's up. What's the next project for you? What you working on now as we speak, like artist wise?
Right now, oh yeah, right now I'm sitting on 4 projects right now. So I'm just trying to figure out the rotation I want to put them out in. Like I got a CD, Universal Law, biggest 5 tracks on there. I'm mixing them I'm in the process of mixing those. Um, got something called Bread and Butter, and I want to put that one out probably in October. The other ones I don't have no names for them, but I'm just like I said, I'm just sitting on material and just trying to let the other music move around some more before I just start just dropping like crazy. And I want to just drop more, like I say, more visuals to everything. To be honest,
Hmm.
because I want to focus more on just dropping them like as singles with the visuals.
Yeah, that's definitely the good play to make because, excuse me, for some reason, and you'll probably agree with me on this one. In today's era, it's a singles era. It kind of remind me of the '80s. It's just a singles era, and people do drop full albums, but
Oh yeah,
you'll go stream somebody and they have 30 singles, no album, 30 singles.
yeah.
Definitely the route you're going with that is definitely a plus. Any acting or movie far as with Black City Hustlers or in anything you doing in that field?
Yeah, what I started on a movie back in 2017. Since at the time I didn't have the proper equipment at the time, I turned it into a book. So right now I'm on chapter like 4 or 5 or something. But I'm getting more motivated with working with Profit Films to actually turn it back into a movie. But
Okay.
I got a movie that I'm working on. I don't know what I want to call it just yet. But I want to shoot a horror movie. I'm a horror fan as well. So I want to do like a quick horror movie. I want to
Okay.
do like a parody of the Great Movies Fridays and call it like something. Just throw it out there. It's called Saturday or something with my homie Marlo, and you just kind of just goof around through Tallulah and stuff, and just kind of just put some things out there, just content out there.
Yeah. That's what's up. Now, again, another good play because it's a content error. So you're a horror buff, man. I'm definitely a horror buff, man. What's
Oh
your
yeah,
favorite horror movie? I'm gonna say. What's your go-to horror movie?
little Child's Play. If it ain't Child's Play, well, probably Friday the 13th series.
Oh wow, not the Child's Play, the Friday 13th. I can dig that. I'm a Nightmare on Elm Street buff, man. I'm talking about the original Freddy Krueger, Robert England, that version.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that real. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of other good movies out there, but like that's my go-to. I watch that one and like yeah, 'cause the whole situation of it, the craftsmanship of it was dope, and then it kind of got more funny and a little silly as
Mm.
time.
Oh
What
yeah.
are two-part question? What artists do you want to work with, and what artists from back in the day you would love to work with?
Um, the artist I want to honestly work with at the moment, I okay, I want to work with Juicy J. I love his production, and of course, the artists I would have loved to work with back in the day would have been Pop, because of the work ethic, uh, the competitiveness in the studio would have been there. Like I know. From the documentaries I watched, he freestyle. He also had great penmanship. At the
Hmm.
same time, I know he writes some verses fast, and me, I write verses quick. And it's always something he said that stood out. He may not influence the world, but he might spark the mind of the one who will influence it one day. So I kind of use that as to keep myself with the work that always been with my homies. I'm a machine.
Yeah, I can dig that. I mean, right now, from all right, we're having a technical difficulty again, people. Again, y'all go to blackcityhustlerrecords.com, check out the artist. Um, Merch is coming, and of course, y'all always follow me, Rain Rockstar, on Facebook and Instagram, and of course on YouTube, Rain Spotlight 4977, and TikTok is Rain underscore 4977, and Twitter X is Rockstar Regime. Let's not forget that. And oh man, what am I working on? Still trying to get the merch off the ground. Got some different shirts out. About to do a shirt for the ladies. Do something different. So I got my artist working on something like that. And soon as he get that back going, we're gonna be getting that out for the ladies and everything. Y'all definitely be on the lookout for Imperial Clothing. My man is back. What's happening? You good? Boy, living out in the country, boy, I can imagine that internet. I don't care what kind of internet you got, it's still gonna give you trouble. It's got to be hectic. But we gonna keep it going till my man get back up and moving. As always, we getting a round table together too. So I'm trying to do it maybe once or twice a week. Get it maybe
You
45.
hear me?
You good?
Okay.
I definitely
I'm
hear you,
back
but
now. My service bad out here.
yeah, like I can hear you, but the picture is froze. There you go. Welcome back. Um,
Oh
are y'all
yeah.
for new talent as we speak, or y'all kind of content with the roster you have?
Like I said, I'm open to working with new talent always, just because like like I said, I like I said, I love the art itself, so I'm always new talent or always looking for new talent to work with. Just because all it starts with is like an opportunity, for someone to enhance their skills, and all they need is to be around the motivation. Sharpening.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, that's what's up. I mean, that's definitely a positive thing because a lot of people don't. Oh, we got our roster full. We don't want to take on new talent and things of that nature. But yeah, that's what's up. Some on the tip of my tongue, and it kind of just slid away. Um, are you thinking about doing like a Louisiana compilation with other Louisiana artists?
Yeah, I thought about it. I always thought about it for sure. I want to for sure. Have it be like I said, we're up northeast right now, working more deeper in the south. I got a couple of homies out of New Orleans, Rude Boy. I want to reconnect with things in that nature, and we just do that New Orleans feel with the Tallulah feel, and work with some Baton Rouge and Shreveport, so on.
Hmm. Excuse me. I mean, I feel like honestly, that's a lost art, and I say that because if you remember, at one point, like you had P doing West Coast Bad Boys 1 and 2, D Shot did
Oh
Boss
yeah,
Boss. Yeah, so many different compilation introducing artists. Even Sibo did a compilation. Like you just had artists coming out with like a compilation of different artists. It's like they
oh,
don't do that no.
oh yeah, and that's kind of what is missing in the south for sure. That's the moment. I see Memphis bringing back the hype for sure, and a couple of more places for sure.
I mean, there's so much talent out in the world today. I don't see why it's not compilations out to introduce it. It's kind of like everybody go for self, if that makes sense. Like it's real segregated.
Yeah, I know what you mean for sure. Yeah, I love when Pimp C is doing his thing for sure because he always try to keep the unity around. We
Hmm.
need more like C for sure.
It's definitely I think a lot of the old ways or old things that was done should be brought back because it's beneficial to everybody. But hey, who am I?
Yeah.
I'm just somebody with ideas and see what's going on, reading the playbook and playing on the chessboard. Um,
Oh yeah.
what's your opinion on streaming? Because that's a very hot topic all the time. Because everybody have a different opinion on that.
On dreaming.
On streaming sites and music being streamed and the money it generates and don't generate.
Well, streaming is cool just because it has pros and cons. I think the pros is obvious to be able to get your music out further than just the local location or maybe overseas somewhere. The con obviously being, you can probably get what 1 million streams, but you probably not going to see as much money. But at the same time, it leaves an open room to where you can have physical copies of CDs. I think that's honestly to me still an open lane, and I see a couple of people going back vinyl now, which is kind of interesting. But I think with the way technology is going, I think like with the cars and things, it leaves an open room to where you can update the streaming. I mean, the physical copies into USB sticks and things, and put in cars and things of that nature. But I think it has its pros and cons.
Definitely. I mean, as far as you made a comment about vinyl. Yeah, I've been noticing that a lot of entertainers are bringing vinyl back, whether it's their old collection or something new. And it does seem like mom and pop stores might actually make a comeback because they was just there once upon a
Oh
time.
yeah,
That's where you went to. get your music and hang out and see. That definitely might
Yeah,
make.
that's facts for sure. For sure.
Excuse me, hold on.
Yeah, that's facts.
In 2025, what do you figure? What's your opinion on the state of hip hop music? Period.
Um, honest, I like the route that it's going, like because what it does, me personally, I think music always repeats itself, but it might have its own what you call a twist to it. But at the same time, I think it all plays a part, and I believe I'm a strong believer everything happens for a reason. So with me, I think it's there to improve, you know, the of what's out now, and to like I said, with songs being resampled, and because now I notice a lot of people going back to sample what I call the golden age rap of what there was like in the 1 and 6 and Park era. I've been noticing a lot of those songs are coming out more with the samples. You know, like a Young LA song, you know, he back popping and things of that nature. So it's kind of like I said, it's going back in that cycle.
Definitely. It does seem like a lot of artists from the past making that comeback. Whether they still, just doing a catalog or bringing out something new, they definitely making a comeback. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say they were outdated or old because good music is good music, but they kind of disappeared.
yeah,
One thing I have noticed is a lot of songs that were sampled or things that were sampled, the original artist or producer to do it is starting to get the recognition and the money that he or she should have been getting years ago. So that's definitely a plus on that. They to recognize where it all started from and where the tree began growing is a beautiful thing.
yeah, yeah. That's facts.
Do you have any in-house producers, or are you looking for any in-house producers?
I don't have any in-house producers as far as with making the beats and things. I actually make beats too, but I always get sidetracked with just with rapping. So any beats I make, I'll give to the artist if they like the beats. But like I said, I just work with anybody that I see that's hungry. They got a good sound that fits my tempo. Because I started to notice with the tempos range, it's like 142 to 158 maybe it would be my tempo range. So I usually try to build relationships with those producers who make those beat ranges. But I tend to work with a lot of producers that are out there who trying to up and come.
Okay. You just made a comment about being sidetracked and producing. Being diagnosed bipolar, how did you deal with that as well as being a rapper and CEO and trying to do production? How did you balance that? Because not being funny, all of that for people who don't know or never really got into the entertainment industry or music business, it takes a lot of focus and um I want to say focus as well as just your mind wandering and writing
Yeah.
this down, picking a tone out, a little tick tick here. How did you balance that?
Okay, so the trick I learned was every time I had my what you call the manic episodes, which would be I would notice them. It'll be at nighttime usually. So anytime I found myself what they call when manic being on top of the world or whatever, that's when I get into the studio. And like I say, I'll envision myself like in a studio with somebody, like I said, one of the greats or anything. I'm like, well, I'm gonna hype myself up. It's time to get to work. I'm gonna try to do 5 songs. I'm gonna do myself. I did 5 songs yesterday. I'm gonna try to do 10 today, and I just try to stay on top of it. And if an artist wanted to come over at the house at the time, I'll use it to my advantage to always stay on top of the game with myself and try to wind myself down. Like I'll take medicines for it here and there with it. At the same time, I used to self medicate, smoke or whatever because it helped balance me. But I stopped smoking just because of the what you call the overwhelming feeling of it. It was too strong for me. So I just kind of, start back getting closer with nature and things of that nature and just trying to use my music as an escape or I do graphic as an escape.
Okay, that's what's up. That's definitely. I was about to ask, what is like an escape outlet, but you already explained it, and That's what's up. With your style of rapping, it got you got that voice where you got that grit to it. Like you could be rapping about
Oh yeah.
prov or um rapping about women, but then you could turn around and just cut that grit on and eat MCs like for breakfast. Just I was like, okay, he got that tone. He can definitely
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Who we? Are you a freestyler or are you a writer or both? Or yeah,
I'm a
are you free?
writer,
Okay,
and
you
that's the
consider
crazy part. Look, I used to hang with my homies growing up. They always give me the freestyle, Trey Jones, but I always was the quiet one in the room. I'll sit over there in the corner, just listening to him. But eventually, I started, like I say, wanted to take it more serious. I'll start to just write out things on a piece of paper here and there. Then I go back and fill it in.
that's what's up. Definitely, that's what's up. Excuse me. Far as Black City hustlers, are we doing pendants? No pendants? What's going on with that?
Um, what it was 2 or 3 years ago, I was giving out pendants for BCH, like the necklaces and things. I wanted to find an actual official logo, but I'm leaning more towards like I said, the original, uh, the badge. Which, if you look on the dollar sign, you will see the letter with the little badge. I forgot what it's called, but I want to go back to that and just kind of give those to the artists. That's kind of my next step on that for sure, for sure.
Okay. So to because everybody run they label different. So for artists to earn a pendant, is it the matter of time you put in, or the matter of the work you put in, or is just kind of like when the time is right, it's right?
Well, with me, once you BCH, you bro. That's how I look at it. I've been, doing music, like I say, for a long time, so I can smell if somebody's serious or not, just based off of just talking to them within 5 seconds of a conversation. Since, like I said, I do sales with the graphics and stuff, I can tell who's a serious person with the graphics or whatever. But I use that, in the music and stuff. But like I say, once you BCH, that's stamped on you forever. So, I'll, give the shirt off my back to my members for sure.
That's what's up. That's definitely a CEO, leadership, boss, whatever title you want to call it, but that's definitely a good shit right there, bro. I gotta definitely commend you on that. Excuse me.
And thank
Oh man, no problem. So y'all got to start doing local tours. Got material, and the artist got material.
hmm
What's I guess what's the word I'm looking for? What's the far as branding? What's the next avenue other than merchandise, or what haven't you thought about releasing yet?
Well, right now, I'm still in the development of a video game right now. And
Okay,
I want to have all the artists, like I said, I work with. I want them on a video game, whether it's through being a character on it, or just having the soundtrack play, or even just just having some type of input on it. And from there, I kind of want have it to where everybody can collect off of it. Because, like you say, where everybody come together, we got this thing where we say everybody eat. So I want to do a video game. I want to do a cartoon. We working on the cartoon Mac Mafia with Randy Mac and me. Got my homie A
okay,
Block in it, and we did a CD. So every song on the CD was gonna be an episode. I got that put away until I start to develop a better knowledge on doing the cartoon characters for the cartoon. But I already got the audio and everything put together. I want to get into branding with I want to do a farm, to be honest. So I'm in the develops of learning about land and things right now. So with the farming, I want to learn how to crossbreed certain type of fruits and things of that nature, and I breed dogs as well. So kind of start in every avenue as far as what we can use with the properties and things.
okay. Well, first you caught me off guard with the video game because that remind me of the 50 Cent Bulletproof. Like
Oh
he took
yeah,
Def Jam fight for New York type thing. Two, I did
oh
not
yeah,
expect you to say something about land. That's value right there.
oh yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, you definitely
Unbelievable. Having an
definitely.
asset for sure.
I mean, because usually somebody will say, "Okay, I got a barber shop. I'm gonna do a beauty shop, or I got the stereo shop or the chicken and rib shack." You're like, nah, "I'm doing land farming. This is
Oh
where it's gonna go
yeah.
prosper."
Cause like
Yeah,
I noticed things in the South like where there's a lot of land like it's basically what about 50 Cent came to Shreveport. Like I always preach that to my homies down here. Like, man, look, it's a lot of land here, and I know it's a lot of farms here. And like I see like the local grocery stores in certain areas, but we don't have grocery stores in other areas. So why don't we come together as a collective and try to get some of this land? Maybe we can open up something here to where we can open up a grocery store. Maybe we can have our own crops, things of that nature.
definitely. I mean, kind of like a Black Wall Street thing because, I mean, once
Yeah.
upon a time, it was black communities everywhere with their own cleaners, own farming, own shops, et cetera, schools and everything. So, excuse me, that'll definitely be a beautiful thing. It is gonna be trials and
Oh,
tribulation, but it's definitely beautiful if it can even succeed or halfway succeed. That'll be a beautiful thing, bro. Because
oh
it's
yeah.
a lot of past history a lot of people don't know about or kind of haven't discovered where it was towns of African American black descent that's all it was. One big community.
Oh
It's
yeah.
beautiful. What could you tell any artist coming up, whether they want to sing, rap, produce, whatever craft they got, what nugget could you give them?
First of all, learn the business. Stay consistent. If there's somebody that's been there before you, take heed to everything they say because they've what they say these days, they walk so you can run. So they took on as many losses so they would know where they messed up at. Understand that for sure. Read about everything that you know that you want to do. Understand your passion. Master, everything that you want to do, or master everything that you know how to do. So if you're recording on something like Mixcraft, master Mixcraft or master Pro Tools or something, and use it to your advantage to bring out the best of that sound.
That's what's up. Y'all heard it here. My man dropped the nugget. I need to take that and put that in your pocket and reach one, teach one, pass it on. If um if somebody asks you about Black City Hustlers, what category would y'all music fall in? What would you tell them?
Ooh, I would say since it's different personalities, I'll say it's universal. It's it's real life. It's for passionate people. It's for the go getters. It's for the dedicated. And yeah, it basically be it's music to get you going. To think and things of that nature.
That's what's up. Again, y'all heard it on Spotlight Podcast. My man done dropped too many nuggets tonight from buying land to learning the game to what to do. And the key word that he said this whole interview was to hard work, dedication, pay attention. Um, let the people know again how to keep in contact with y'all, how to become followers, and be a part of the movement.
Yeah, follow the BCH pages at for sure Instagram Black City Hustle Records. My homie A Block runs it, but he reaches out through to Instagram to talk to me and things of that nature. And you can check out YouTube, because how I got it, we're on all platforms for sure, for sure. So, if you're not on any of those sites, there'll be somebody else, on those pages. Because how we got, everything with the BCH is set up to where there's somebody on there 24/7. Since we, run BCH from the US, Germany, we got people in Pakistan and so on, and we all, we keep up a 24-hour grind on those pages to have somebody reach out.
Okay. You on all the streaming sites and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I'm about to have a radio show start up called Imperial Radio, man. Definitely when I do independent artist night, I'm definitely gonna be banging y'all music. And whenever you got an artist you want to break interviewed or you want to get back on the show, man, you know you're more than welcome. Just hit me up, man. You got my line, man. Stay in touch.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And I really appreciate this too.
I appreciate you taking the time and dropping the nuggets, man. Anything else you
Man.
want to say before we get off?
Yeah, shout out to the squad, follow, everyone, for the BCH, shout out to the Louisiana and, shout out to my homie A Block, and like I say, if you need any help, support, or anything, just reach out to us, we'll help.
Y'all heard it, man. Reach out to the man. Become part of the family. If you got a dream, the man will help you make it a reality. Don't give up on it. BCH CEO, Black Hustlers, man. I appreciate you stopping by, bro. Like I say, you welcome anytime. You got my number. Lock me and hit me up, bro.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I appreciate it, bro. Thanks for coming through. So, man, definitely check out Black City Hustlers. Become a fan. Start following. Definitely check out the good music and the artists. They got something for everybody. And as always, follow me, like, subscribe, share. Again, YouTube, Rain Spotlight 4977, Rain Rockstar on Facebook and Instagram, and Rain underscore 4977 for TikTok, and Twitter X is Rockstar Regime. Um, Definitely follow your dreams. Don't let nobody tell you can't. As well as always, it's gonna be rough times. So have a good support team. Invest in yourself, and I promise you, you will get double, triple back what you put into yourself. And one thing we need to do is let's make being black great again. So that's what it is now. Let's make black great again. I am your host, Rain Rockstar, Mr. What He Gonna Do Next, Funky Flesh in the Flesh. And we do got some new and more episodes of Spotlight Podcast coming. And like I said, Imperial Radio coming. Independent artists, get at me so I can play your music. Each week will be something different from indie night to R&B to hip hop to top 40. We're gonna play everything. I mean, rock and roll and all. I do like music. When I say I like music, I like music. And yeah, man, as far as stuff I got going on, Imperial Clothing, working on that, still doing the acting thing, um, as well as the ambassador things. Shout out to Carolina Made Beverage. They're definitely a sponsor for Imperial Radio. Shout out to Suge Knight Clothing. I'm ambassador for them. Y'all definitely get up with them at SugeKnight.com. As far as Carolina Beverage, you can get it with them at Carolina Beverage on Instagram, or you can go to Carolina Made Bev.biz on excuse me, on Google. Definitely stay in touch with me. Check out the old episodes, new episodes. Hit that like button, hit the share button. And I am gone. I am Mr. What He Gonna Do Next, Rain Rock Star. I appreciate your time. You're so kind. You're so kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is Spotlight Podcast. I gotta go. See ya.